to show off my new Warmoth Fender Stratocaster that I built this year. So as you can see, it's got a flame maple neck, and the guys at Warmoth did a great job. I mean, unpacking this thing was really fun. It's a thing to behold, thing of beauty when you get it out of the package. So you can see, I've tried to position the camera in a little bit of sunlight so you can kind of see the flame, the flames dance nicely, and it's beautiful. It's unfinished. It's a Gibson scale length, so it's 24 3/4 inches, and I put black vintage style tuners. That's the look. To me, I was going for something, you know, that played and sounded awesome first off, but also that just looked really beautiful, and it kind of has that mean, aggressive look. That's what I'm going for. I typically play Les Pauls, and as you can see, it's got just a single Seymour Duncan SH5 in the bridge. I was debating whether or not to use the humbucker ring, because, you know, a lot of guitars nowadays go without the ring and just have direct mount to the body, which does look cool. But in this case, see, when you're attaching a Fender neck to a body like that, there's a good amount of space, you know, a good ½ inch or so of space from the body to the top of the strings. So the pickup ring, not only does it position the humbucker and you can adjust it easier, but it protects it from pick attacks. So I wired it up split coil. So I also put 6100 gauge stainless steel frets on this thing. So the frets are pretty huge. They're gigantic, and I love it. You can even get the string to bend just by fretting the note. It's almost like a scalloped fretboard. You can get a slight bend just by over fretting the note. Which I don't really do that too much, but Seymour Duncan SH5 sounds great too. I didn't really know a whole lot about the different Seymour Duncans when I was putting this together, but it's a push pot, so you can go single coil just by. Of course, it's pretty noisy when you put on some distortion, but you know, the single coil is. A humbucker is nice and protected the cavity with copper foil, so it's all shielded on the inside. Wired it up, soldered it myself. So I've got the Tune-O-Matic bridge in there. I've got the String-Thru body, which is great. I love HardTail guitars. That's why I love Les Pauls, and I love PRS wraparound bridges, and I love the Gibson wraparound bridges. I just love simplicity. Since my playing doesn't involve a whole lot of, I don't use a trim. I mean, if I have a trim guitar, I'll play with it, but my style of play, I don't typically need a tremolo, so I prefer resonance and, you know, sustain. Single pickup guitars have added harmonic overtones because there's only one set of magnets, you know, affecting the strings, and there are tiny overtone vibrations that can be the jack socket. I love also the, I use the long, I don't know what I forgot the name of it, but it's like it's actually a stereo jack. I wired it for mono, but it's a stereo input jack, and it's like the extra long. It's made so it screws directly into the body. It was routed with a hole, with just a single little hole down there, and you kind of fasten it together from the back and the front, and it makes for a nice looking input jack. See, that's what I'm going for in this guitar, was just dirt simple but beautiful. I went with the Holo Flake paint job, as you can see. So it's like more or less black, and it looks a little glittery, but when you get it in the right angle, it really kind of comes alive. So turn that lamp on. It almost has to be like light directly has to hit it for that effect to come out, but you can see like the whole rainbow spectrum comes out in the finish. And I want to shout out to a YouTuber, John Bingham. He's got a channel, just look for the name John Bingham, and he is the he was the person that, or when I was back in like early April or May this year, you know, we were all bored and on lockdown and everything, and I was looking to get a new guitar, and I ended up getting a Les Paul Smartwood, which I'll do another video on. But I said, man, I really want to build a guitar, and I've never done it before, but I've been playing guitar for about 20 years now, and I've never put one together. I attempted to build one a long time ago, and when I knew nothing about guitars, and it didn't really work out. But I finally got up the courage to say, you know what, I'm going to try a build, because there were so many things I wanted in a new guitar. I've always wanted a Strat. I love Rivers Como and Billy Joe Armstrong, Green Day. I love their, you know, humbucker equipped Strats. I love when people play like hard rock or punk on a Strat that's equipped with a humbucker. And I do love a traditional Strat as well, but I wanted something for my style of play, and I wanted a roasted maple neck. I wanted to try that out, and I couldn't be happier with that aspect of it. I love the way the neck looks. I think if I built another one of these, I might try like the same concept with like a Telecaster body, and but I would still go with the Gibson scale because it's way comfortable. And but I might go with like a solid color, like a surf green, and go with I would get roasted maple neck, but I think I would go with like an ebony fretboard to give it like that, you know, that look, that dark fretboard look, which I also love. Yeah, shout out to John Bingham though from YouTube, because he built basically this exact guitar. I think his had the Fender scale, but other than that, it's more or less the exact specs. He used like, you know, a little different colors and stuff, but more or less this is the model that he had, which was the Warmoth Strat body with a tunematic bridge that sits in a recessed pocket with a String-Thru HardTail body. Just something about it. It's so resonant. It sustains so well. It just, I mean, you can feel it every time you strum this guitar. You can feel it vibrate for days.